Hi everybody. I am back here today with an update on what's going on with my fitness journal. So I've transitioned from a lot of different types of planners. First I started off with the Recollection Spiral Bound Health and Wellness Tracker, and it wasn't working very well for me because I wasn't tracking food the way that it's set up in that planner. My step tracker, this is a jawbone up, is supposed to go around your wrist, and I think they've completely stopped making this model and it just stopped working. It doesn't hold battery charge anymore, so no matter how long I charge it for and whatever, it only lasts about 20 to 30 minutes, which is not helpful when you're trying to track your steps. So I no longer use this. Unfortunately, I don't know what to do with this. Somebody knows, you can tell me. I would appreciate that. How do I recycle this? Like, now what do I do? And I don't think it's worth it really to search up how to get that fixed when I have an iPhone that I pretty much carry around with me all the time that can roughly estimate how much walking I've done. I have noticed a significant decrease in the number of steps I've taken or that I record because I no longer wear it on my wrist anymore and it's not just all the time with me. I think it's no surprise I didn't really keep up with this. I was doing this 30-day challenge. You can see, maybe I zoom in a bit. You can see all this like loose paper because I've ripped all the stickers off that I was using it in here. And this was my sleep tracker. That didn't go for a very long time. This was weight loss tracker. You can see some of my step counts here. And then I kind of went towards this method of tracking like what I was eating. So I'm trying intermittent fasting for the better part of the month in March, and I think it works quite well. I just don't realize that I'm eating in between meals. So for the month of March, I really tried to be conscious of when I was eating, and it just loosely kind of wrote down what I was eating at the time. So timing was important for me. And then I wanted to set up a method where I would be motivated to track once a week the different my body measurements. So I kind of went with that. It fell on a Wednesday because March started on a Wednesday. So I kept that going for about 2 weeks. And then I kind of fell off of doing that. So now this notebook is empty because I have moved on to my third iteration of this. It's a Muji spiral bound notebook with an elastic. I picked this up during my trip to Japan back in September. So this one, you can see here, is the A5 size notebook. It's got 70 pages and it is the dotted version. I think that retails for about $4 US. And I just like it because it's just really simple, and I don't know, I didn't really enjoy using that very much. It's not aesthetically pleasing. So, okay. So how I did this was, this first page was just blank and it's dotted. So you could see the paper is really smooth and nice, and it feels nice when you just write, when you just touch it. Writing is not terrible, but there is some shadowing. So on the front page, this isn't new. I just kind of migrated this over. So I've got my like fuchsia heart stickers. I've got a few of these blue stickers, and then this is a fun thing. I traced this outline, this body outline, onto a post-it note, and then I cut it out around the lines. So it's kind of sticky, but not too sticky. And I just trace around it every time I need to use it. So the first page is just, I had migrated everything over. into here. Actually, the end of the month wasn't quite good. I was just commenting on a post on Instagram. She's on a weight loss journey as well, and she was saying that the last week of March was really bad for her, and I just noticed the same thing for me as well, but this is more related to hormonal eating. It might be too much information, but when your period is about to come, you, I don't know, subconsciously or just unknowingly, you just want to eat bad food and a lot of it and all the time. I don't know how to curb that. So if you guys have some tips on how to combat that, I'm going to try to be more conscious of it. And I think this practice of intermittent fasting and trying to just control the time period that you're eating really has made me more aware of the food that I'm eating and when I'm eating it and when I feel like eating but I'm not really hungry. That's given me kind of a clue. It's helped reconnect me to the feeling of what hunger actually is, which I guess is good. Back to this, there were 30-day challenges and I wanted to stop snacking at night, and I gave myself a little sticker every time. And I spoke about this in my previous video, but I'm trying to earn back some of the money that I've spent buying Etsy stickers. And my goal was 15 days, and there was $10 for each day I completed this. I was actually doing really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. So 16 days, which means I made my goal. I think I'm going to continue this and see if I can start banking money so I can start looking at stuff to buy again. Then this one is kind of exciting because I really wasn't doing very much working out. So I ended up purchasing a gym membership, and I got it on the 15th of March, and you can see it was pretty consistent. There was like these 3 days I didn't go at all because I was confused, but it was really consistent for a period of about 11 days. So I'm going to keep that going. And then the bottom part is my step counter. This is here. I showed you, or as I was telling you before, my step count decreased pretty significantly. I was pretty much making over 10,000 steps every single day since January. But once my jawbone, like once this piece of technology stopped working, my step count went down. So maybe it means that my step count was actually really inflated since the beginning of this year. Then the next page, I've got measurements. So I went from week 1, week 2, and I haven't taken my week 4. I haven't taken my next measurements yet, but I'm just finding like mostly it's my neck, so I don't know if I'm doing the measurements wrong. And then I have a monthly where the green is where I've lost weight and then added weight. So you can kind of see the progression. I'm going to keep trying this out. I just started really minimally. There's only 3 pages of items that I'm tracking. I'm still playing around with it, and I think I'm going to work on it again for April. April is my birthday month, so I feel like there might be some more of this like red situation happening, but we will see about that. Okay, so for April, I changed a few things. I have the first page now. I've noticed one thing is because this paper is so slippery, the pen that I was using, this one is the Coletto, the high-tech Coletto in 0.4. I used the blue 0.4. This doesn't dry very fast on this paper, so it kind of does a little bit of smudging. I think I just did my titles in pen to try to minimize the amount of bleeding that's happening. So April, I've got the calendar here. I'm still hoping to continue with this like chart, and I'm not going to be doing this anymore with the workouts. I moved that away. Here is my sleep tracker. Again, not doing very well. Most nights I'm going to sleep really late. But I have a sleep tracker here again. How I did that was just whichever day it was, I made a box beside the time. So I'll just kind of keep monitoring that. I did the 4 here. I'm going to be doing it 5th, 12th, 9th, 26th, hopefully. And just kind of to keep track. This is where I've moved all the workouts. I've got all the days down the side and whatever workout I'm going to be doing, at least at the gym, and we'll see what else I can add. I'm thinking about a couch to 5K. I'm not a runner and I don't really know much about running technique or how to run for longer than like 20 seconds. So something that I'm thinking about. And then I repeated the 30-day challenges page. So the same thing, no snacking, and then exercise at least 30 minutes. And this is a 10,000 step goal, trying to get back into the habit of walking more. I'm going to switch up the rewards for these. But the rest of the pages, I'm still thinking about how I want to figure out like tracking food. So I'm still figuring it out, but right now what's working for me is having it kind of the tracker, not a daily food journal anymore. I don't know how the food journal, how I'm gonna incorporate that back into this setup, but I am going to tweak it as I go along and see how I can get a better handle. I'm kind of taking it like baby steps right now, like just trying to keep up with this is right now my main goal. I feel like in March I did a lot of monitoring and trying to make good habits. And so for the month of April, I'm really going to try to look at the trends, like take a look at which weeks I'm doing like the gaining and the losing, and then try to incorporate a food journal somehow in a daily spread here in the back. So that's my update for the fitness journal. I'm making small progress and I think it's good. I'm keeping up with this journey and I think it's really a lifestyle change and getting better habits. So hopefully if you guys are also on a weight loss journey or just a health and fitness journey, maybe you guys can join me and leave a comment or connect with me through social media. I'd love to share ideas with you, get us all working together so we can achieve our goals. I think this is actually a really important thing that we should dedicate our time to. So check back again next month to see how this ends up and how I'm going to set up and what changes I've made. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another video very soon. Talk to you guys later. Bye.